Welcome, Aquarius. Before we start your tarot, we're going to see if we can get an oracle card. Ooh, friction. All right. I haven't seen that one before. Prism and one more. Oh, this is interesting. So, in ancient Greek philosophy, they believed that there were three processes by which everything is created in the known world: plant, animal, and mineral. The plant alchemy was called palingenesis. In other words, the Greek meaning of palin means again, genesis means birth, to rebirth, to this is the idea of the rose phoenix, where a person sitting in a room with another person who is the observer, the a rose is burned down to ashes, and then the medium with her spiritual ability can create at least an apparition of the rose back in its beautiful freshly cut state for the observer. But she believes that part of it is actually happening because people have taken photographs of this, and while what does not show up in the photograph is the actual freshly cut rose, there is a white mist that shows up. So something is happening. It's bringing something from the, it's bringing something back to life, which involves this rebirth, this regenesis. Now, the reason why I think that's what we're looking at here is because the other two divisions of alchemy were the biological division of alchemy, where a human being is formed from cells dividing, and the mineral, the third division, where basic elements can combine to become other elements. But how does a basic element come into existence? How all elements are made up of electrons, protons, and neutrons, but the only difference between the basic elements are the number of protons in the nucleus. Well, how does an electron come into existence? How does the smallest particle that exists come into existence? Well, we know that when in particle accelerators, when we collide particles, when we collide probability amplitudes, or collide very small particles at high speeds, close to the speed of light, it can produce matter that didn't exist before. And that is the friction part of it. But you see, in plant alchemy, so the Greek philosophers believed that this was done through a spiritual process that involves the use of the mind. So I'm just quoting from the makers of the Llewellyn deck. I believe the rose phoenix is the most basic operation of what is an ancient form of channeling physical manifestations. I believe that all alchemical experiments use spiritual energies as their prime force in execution. This is probably why I believe that that's true today, but it's probably why alchemy was considered to be magic at one point. It was banned. Anyway, so this could have to do with your ability to manifest things, or it just may be if you've seen, perhaps you're a doctor or a nurse or someone who works in maybe a morgue or a hospital, or perhaps you gave birth to a child, and in the process of somebody being born or somebody dying or somebody coming back to life, you may have seen a white mist. And so what is that? That is some spiritual process that is involved in this transmutation. Anyway, let's see if this, let's get a chakra card and see if this might show up in the tarot. Can we have a hint? Yeah, look at this, creation. The flames of destruction will ignite a rebirth. If that doesn't describe what we were just talking about, the rose, burning it and then rebuilding it. Fertility. Let your life burst forth from the seeds of creation. Both related to the sacral chakra. So a general point there could be that if you're doing something that you have a lot of passion for doing, that could be why it becomes, people tend to become more abundant when they're doing something that they love. Anyway, let's start the tarot and see if we get anything that's along that line. Really interesting reading so far. All right, so I think we're going to use the traditional deck. I have already shuffled this for you, so we're just going to give it a few more swishes, all right? We'll do 3 hard and 3 soft. And 2 more. Oh, that just popped out. Well, I believe this is something about manifestation. You know what the magician is doing here. This wand has the same tip on both sides. And what this person is doing is they're using their mind and their field of vision. So down here is this, is what this person wants. Well, maybe, I don't know what they want to bring into existence, but what they're doing is they're imagining in their mind, they're focusing on this thing. So you can imagine with the rose phoenix, that's probably what the medium is doing. And then he is, or she is, channeling some kind of spiritual energy from the quantum field. And that finger is pointing down toward the ground, meaning that something is going to physically manifest. That's why the finger is pointing to the ground representing things that are physical. And we also have the lemniscape here, which represents what happens when energy exists in vibrations that are above the speed of light. In fact, in particle accelerators, that how matter is created is when particles collide near the speed of light. A particle is created, an electron can come into existence. And interestingly, at the same time, a positron, an exact replica of the electron that comes into physical existence, is a copy of it, is also created, but it's in the quantum field. It's in the other realm, but it's an exact replica. So it's just a very interesting card to have popped out. So we were going to do 1 more and then 3 soft shuffles. All right. What is going on around Aquarius right now, please? And 2 more. What is going on around Aquarius? What's happening around you? Okay, here it is. Good Lord. Well, remember the electron and the positron? You could think of the devil as all things material. Okay? The devil would represent half of the truth, half of what's really there. That's why there is an incomplete cube there. There's no bottom part of it. And what that means is that what you can physically see, what your 5 senses are able to detect is actually only one iota of what actually exists. So the reason why it's considered to be, there's a negative connotation to this card, there's no doubt about it. Materialism, fear, sex without love, it's an emptiness. It's like something, a piece of fruit that looks great on the outside, but you cut into it and it is rotten. It's missing spirit. As I always say, the only difference between this card and the Lovers is that this card is missing something. In the Lovers card, we have fire, earth, air, water, and spirit. In this card, we have fire, earth, air, water. We're missing spirit. And I know you guys are probably sick to death of me pointing this out, but that is why there is an upside down pentagram there. Because if we put the pentagram upright so it can stand on its little legs, the tip of that pentagram represents spirit. The other tips are fire, earth, air, water. Now, so what happens when we turn the pentagram upside down? The spirit is dumped out. So, so this is lacking. It's lacking the source of everything. It's lacking the source of everything. And it's also lacking not just the source of everything, but it's lacking the ability to go back. It's like it would be if we did not have God. Let's just call the source of everything God, spirit, that the realm that this person is drawing from. If we were to call that God, or let's just call it Keter. Okay, Keter. Let's call it Keter. This person is drawing from a field that there's no mass there. Energy does not take up space. So mass is not relevant. Space is not relevant. And also time is not relevant from the field that this person is drawing from. But if that field didn't exist, nothing, none of this matter would be able to be created. None of it would be able to be created, because everything that's here came from Keter, came from that other field. Everything. And everything, there is a essence. When things degrade or when things burn, the essence of it goes back into the quantum field. So this would be like if there were no quantum field. Everything would rot, and that's it. Nothing new would ever be created. So here you can see why materialism creates fear. There's a fear of losing things because people feel that, well, if you believe that if you don't understand where everything physical comes from, you're not going, of course you would be afraid of losing it, because how can you imagine that it could ever come back? Fear of death, because you think that if once this is it, this is all there is. Once I die, there's nothing. So that you could imagine how fearful people who don't believe and don't understand where things come from. How about people who don't understand who they really are? Because if you think you're your body, which most people do, it creates this fear of, well, if I don't look, if I'm not pretty or good looking, if I'm disabled, or what if I become disabled, that's really going to affect me. No, it doesn't. The only reason why we think that we are our bodies is because we need a reference point when we're living in the 3D. We need a reference point from which to observe, and we are missing a further dimension in this. Well, our five senses are unable to detect the other dimension. For people who are highly ascended, they just know that other dimension is there. For example, people who you might have tried, what do they call it again? astral travel. So for anyone who's tried it, some of you may have just sort of, it's a little bit scary because what happens is you can actually feel yourself lifting out of your body, and there's a bit of a euphoric feeling, and you might want to go right back. That may be all you need to see. But once you've experienced that lift, you realize, oh boy, I'm not this physical body. I'm not, it's just a vessel that I'm running around in. You realize you are not your body. It's just where the point from which you are observing everything. And, it's with our five senses being restricted to everything lower than the speed of light, it's hard not to believe that. It's pretty easy to get to believe the lie of the devil, which is that there's all that exists, that this is all there that exists, there's nothing else. Okay, so now could be dealing with a Capricorn, a Virgo, or a Gemini here. And I forgot to mention the reason that sometimes we call that the infinity symbol, and yes, there's a good reason why. But in 2021, 9 physicists got together, not spiritual people, hardcore scientists, and what they observed was the way that that energy behaves. Waves, energy, when it's appearing as, for example, sound, vibration, that type of thing, up to the speed of light, it's finite wavy energy. So it actually looks like this when it's being detected. When it hits the speed of light and goes into the quantum field, where particles don't, you're not actually, matter doesn't exist, energy doesn't exist as matter in the quantum field. Something weird happens to the waves. They start doubling up on each other, and it becomes what's called infinite waveless energy. And this is where photons actually light and photons, I believe, is the energy of spirit, God. Photon, the energy, the electromagnetic energy of light, can exist in both waveless and particle form. How does something become material? What is it? Why were we so obsessed with splitting the atom, which we never should have done? Because we didn't understand. We wanted to know, what gives the electrons their energy? A packet of energy, a packet of electromagnetic energy called a photon. It's God, okay? So the reason why we created nuclear weapons is because we just didn't believe in God. Man just can't handle the fact that spirit exists. Anyway, let's keep going. I don't know where this is going, but it looks interesting. All right. Now we're getting more 3D-ish. So we're asking about what's around you. The Knight of Wands energy, that's Leo energy, by the way, but this is someone who is not fully ascended. It's somebody, one of the symbols that tells us that is the salamanders on the cloak of the knight. Sorry about the focus there. Notice how the tails don't meet the mouths. And what it means is that person has not fully, they're not fully self-actualized. They're slightly immature. All right. And on in the King of Wands, the tails do meet the mouth. So this person is not mature. They also are very, this person can do something without thinking. They may want to win. They may want to, it's conquest energy here. It could be very flashy. It's Leo energy. They could be jealous. They could be doing something out of jealousy or envy. It's conquest energy, but it's out of desire to claim more territory. Okay, it's full of fire and passion, but it can be destructive and annoying. This card is all about, as well, a drama, somebody who just loves drama. When this person, if you're dating this person, it's not going to be boring. Put it that way. It's not going to be boring. Now, I believe that this person is regretting something. There's cups being spilled. Maybe somebody was at your house and they broke something or spilled something on your beautiful carpet, or somebody is regretting and they feel bad. And what they're feeling bad about is acting in an immature way. Sometimes this person can fly in and out of your life whenever they feel like it. They don't think about the consequences of their actions. They don't think about other people's feelings. They just want something. Okay, it's a card that is very sexual as well. Now, the fact that they're feeling bad and they're looking back and they're regretting that that's good. This person is probably ascending. They feel like they've ruined something. Now, don't say to this person, oh, well, you can turn around, pick up those cups and go. No, they actually need to stand there. Because hindsight makes for good foresight. This person needs to suffer a little bit. They need to realize that they've ruined something. They need to realize that by acting like an immature fool, or being greedy, or being lusty, or just wanting to, or jealous, envious, they've ruined something here. So, I mean, this could, just on a very mundane level, if you're going out with someone and you just started seeing them and, everything's going really, really well and it's on track, for a commitment, it's on track, but it's at the early stages. And this person, because you're not really, committed at that stage, this person's friends convince them to go out. And maybe they have a sexual encounter with some woman and they get the woman pregnant. Now that's really going to interfere with and she's insisting on having the baby. There we go. There is a great screw up that person caused. Why? Because they weren't thinking about the consequences of their actions. They were all fired up. So, I'm not saying that that's what it is, but you get the idea. It's something like that. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio or a Leo. So this is what's going on around you. Show me more, please. Yeah. What this person is feeling bad about, they did do something wrong. They did do something wrong. And it's good that they're regretting it. Boy, are they ever feeling bad, though. I can see why, though, because this is a very, very deceitful card. Let's see what they're feeling bad about. I'm just going to meditate on this for a moment. So, what I believe has happened here, this is the same person. Although they may be seeing that you're feeling bad as well, but this person, what they're regretting, there has been loss. In some way, they have suffered a loss and they are learning through this loss. What they're regretting doing was something very, very sneaky. They may, right now, they may have been sneaking away from a relationship, but what they're trying to do right now is they have to run from the truth. And at the present moment, they may be worried about whether or not they've covered their tracks from whatever it was that they did. They were definitely being deceptive. And the problem with it is there may have been some planning involved. Now, believe me, whatever this was, if there was planning involved, if they meant to hurt you, or if somebody else meant to hurt you, they are feeling way worse than you are. That this is something that they wish they never did. There was something kind of devious going on. It's deceit, it's betrayal, wanting you to fail. There's an idea, like a minute ago we had the devil. And so I feel like somebody tempted them to do this. And it's not necessarily cheating. It's something that was there could have been somebody else that put your person up to something, because the devil is all about, envy and giving in to temptation but it's a fearful, weak energy. It can be jealousy. The devil can be a product of fear, and they may have felt that they were not able to win you over, or that they weren't worthy of you. So what they've done right now is they've limited themselves, because they have to run from the truth. There's something that they've hidden, that they did behind the scenes, and it's pretty bad. It may be in relation to something that you were manifesting. Anyway, let's keep going. What was it that they did? Can we have a little bit more information about what was done behind the scenes? Tell us more about what was done right there behind. I believe they were working with somebody. See, either that or somebody may have been. I do not think that this has to do with cheating, romantic cheating. I do not. I think that it's actually a little bit worse than that. This is something. There were 3 people involved here, and maybe 4. Your person was part of this sneaky plan, whatever this was. Now, this could be somebody else that put them up to something. Who is in the 2 of Cups could be dealing with a Cancer here, or another Aquarius. That's Venus in Cancer. Who are these people in the 2 of Cups, and what are they doing? Who are the people in the 2 of Cups, and what are they doing? You see, you're not in the 2 of Cups. There's you, and you were probably on your road to commitment. These 2 people are working together. They're doing something together. Let's clarify. I just got to figure out what deck we're going to use here. Where is the... No, I'm going to use the type... No. Let's use the Modern Witches Tarot deck. We need something that's close to this deck. Just to make it a little bit more clear. All right, so we're trying to figure out, what were these people doing? What were they working together to do? What were those people working together to do? What were they doing? What were those 2 people and 2 more? What were those people doing together? What were they working together to do? 1 more. What were they working together to do? Something you didn't see. Look at this. Somebody was texting her on the phone here to put something out of your sight, to block something. By the way, this could be your person. They may not have been able to see something. This person here, I think, was behind it. This could be a female energy. Let's just see what they were working together to do. So we've got the 2 of Swords, which is Moon in Libra, and the 2 of Wands, which is Mars in Aries. Mars, the god of war. So notice how we have the 2 of Swords right below the 2 of Cups. So I asked what these people were doing. By the way, the 2 of Cups, put quite simply, do you know that one of the 50% of the time, this card means two people working together in commerce, some kind of an exchange in commerce. That couple can be working together for a higher purpose. In this case, it's not a highly ascended purpose, that's for sure. The Two of Wands, we've got twos all over the place. Two, two, two. So something was sort of germinating, you know, something hadn't manifested yet. This over here is, notice how that woman has a cell phone in her hand. She could be about to make a very ruthless decision. It may have to do with texting. Now, so this may have involved, this person may be unable to see something. This could be, this can be just in general a no, an answer no, a refusal. Somebody's guarding something, somebody's putting, you know, somebody could be declared they're off limits, or somebody's, you know, it could involve two people who are equally guarded. There's a lot of tension building here. Somebody, it could have been in denial, or someone may be denying something. By the way, the period of time, there's a specific period of time that this card has to do with, and it's 2 weeks. So maybe somebody was doing something for 2 weeks. This can be a very ruthless decision. So what these people were doing in general, I believe that they were trying to block something, and it involved a decision. It may have involved texting, something that you didn't see, or something being blocked. Something that couldn't go ahead, making somebody guarded, saying no. Show me what else is going on. And you might have been walking right into something. Show me what else. You obviously you didn't see this going on. You're, you know, very gleeful here and very happy and lighthearted. You know, not without any baggage. Oh no, yeah. Here we go. Now, you may be about to see something. You may be about to see something. Somebody really wanted to put something right in front of you. What is this? Somebody really wanted to grab your attention. I don't think it was your person or whoever was interested in you romantically. This is somebody who wanted to really, you know, get you to look at that. What did a Leo may be involved? What was that sun? What did somebody want to really? Yeah, somebody wanted to. This person could be blocking, or somebody wanted to make something difficult, or this could have to do with realization about who is making something difficult. I'm just going to clarify here. So the Ten of Wands is Saturn in Sagittarius, and the Sun has to do with Leo. So this can involve, this may, right in, from this reading, you may realize why something was so difficult. Somebody really wanted to cause difficulty. Somebody is now putting a great effort, I think, into hiding from this. This person is ducking. They don't want you to see their face. Somebody could be refusing to see you. So you may be in a situation here where you're in the dark, all right, about what's going on or what went on with you and your partner. And you know what, you'd really appreciate having the bloody truth here. Now, I feel like the other person who is in the Five of Cups, I feel like they are, when they think about you, they're very weighed down. The weight of the world is they're burdened by emotions, and there's feelings that they are unable to get rid of because they did something wrong. Show me, why is this person, what's burdening this person? Yeah, what they did, what's burdening this person is, now let's find out what this is, all right? Why were they behaving? What did they know is true about why they were behaving in an immature, lusty manner? Why were they behaving in that manner? Why did they behave that way? Because somebody else was angry with you. Because somebody else over here. And this, I feel like this is the person behind it. Somebody else wanted to do some damage. Someone was in a fury here. Who was in a fury and why? Why was that person trying to do damage? Why was that person in a fury? Because you're the it. You're the it person. Because you're the person of worth. That's why. They can't, this is somebody who's very jealous who just wants to tear you down. Now I'm trying to figure out what they put this other person up to. This could be a situation. I just asked, why is this person so hateful? Or is this woman doing anything wrong, or man, depending on, this is you. No, they're actually standing on their own. You know, they stand on their own. They have something about, there's a quality that person has that isn't in you can't put a finger on it. Because it's something that comes from within. And this person is just bloody jealous. They just can't stand the fact that, you know, you're peaceful and happy and that you're in high demand and, you know, you're calm and happy and you don't need anyone. This person, yes, you know, they may not be married, but this person, you don't really label this person as single. They don't, because they don't need. They're not, I mean, it doesn't mean that they don't want a partner, but they're not in any state of lack. And they're in high demand as well, although they don't realize it. So this person, may have spent hours strategizing on something. They're usually very self-absorbed, self-serving. You know, and this kind of person, whether this is a man or a woman, when you put to this person what they did, you know what they'll do? They will start insulting you and calling you names. Yeah. All right, so what happened? What happened here? What did this person, this destructive person, what did they get? Why is the other person feeling so guilty? What did they get the other person to do? Did they get the other person to do? Perhaps to woo you and make you think, oh my God, I have to get you pregnant, holy moly. Possibly. Let's just keep going. What did they, I mean, the Empress can be, you know, somebody who's a married woman, so maybe they got, what did they get the other person to do? Well, you're coming up as the Empress. To contact you, to call you. These are the arrows of love. To communicate with you. Okay, so somebody may have communicated with you out of the blue and asked you on a date. They knew exactly what they wanted. So somebody communicated yep, and they wanted to go out on a date. So right after that, so this might have immediately gone into something physical, all right? So, and then, what was the plan then? Then to just sneak off, to run away, to literally run away. Boy, oh boy. Now, on top of all this, there could have been more. So the Seven of Swords, it's related to, they might have stolen, I don't think they stole anything, but they tricked you in some way. Hang on now. What did this person do? They took something from you. Yeah, well, do you ever feel regretful now? You feel regretful. There's something, maybe you wanted to give them love. You thought that it was romance. What did they do? What is the Seven of Swords? Sex. It looks like they might have proposed something that you wouldn't normally do. What did they do in the Seven of Swords? Well, it looks like you got, you're very much regretting whatever this was. See, you thought you were giving them the Ace of Pentacles. So in your mind, this was something, this was a possible commitment. And they did, treat this way. But over here, somebody may have paid them. There's whoever this person was working with, they're over there. But they may have gotten you, convinced you to do something. They may have taken a picture of you or something. Yeah, and then ghosted. And then they just ghosted. They ghosted. Now, the person, I know that there's a giant high priestess secret over this. The person who got this person to do this, woo, this is quite a manipulator. There's a huge secret about this. Somebody was manipulating this whole thing from behind the scenes. So it could be dealing with a Cancer, a Virgo, or a Gemini here. But this person was, this could be somebody that you're not talking to. It could be a female. What did she do? She told them to put you in the Eight of Swords. She may have paid somebody. This person is what caused this. So here you are all stressed. Also, this could be your person, the person who is coming toward you, because now there are restrictions here. But anyway, whoever this female energy was, they wanted you to feel very distressed. They wanted you to experience anxiety, to not know what was going on. They're victimizing you here. And they may have paid somebody to do this. They started this. All right. Well, how does the person, that woman, because I feel like it's a female energy, who created this mess, how is she thinking and feeling? Now, don't expect that person to have feelings. Sorry. Oh, she was behind this. Well, how's she feeling? Something has turned out to be a disaster. She's waiting for results. She's saying, you know what she's thinking? She's nagging your person, saying, where's my tower? Where's my tower? I'm waiting to see my tower. Where's my tower? How is she thinking and feeling right now? The person who was behind all this nonsense. She may think that it's over with, that their little motley crew is over with. How is she thinking and feeling? Yeah, she's had a tower. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. She's had a tower because maybe you called them out on it. You figured it out. So what is the Sun for why she's had a tower? Something was very unexpected. Something blew up in her face here. What is the unexpected thing? What is this big reveal for her? The big reveal is that the person that she was working with is in love with you, and they are regretting whoever she put up to this. Not only are they regretting it, but they've revealed to her that I am so regretful. I really love Aquarius. I'm sorry I ever met you, Queen of Swords. I regret all of this. So this backfired. I just saw 4, 4, 4, 4. This backfired in a huge way. You're not in the Five of Cups. This person is. So let me tell you how you can figure out if this is your reading. Did somebody contact you recently? Ask you out on a date? Did it turn into something physical and all of a sudden they ghosted? Blocked you? This is your reading. That's how they're feeling. And if you're wondering why did they do it, if you're in the Eight of Swords confused and you can't see anything, you have all this anxiety, they did it because somebody led them. They gave in to the devil. Somebody led them in that direction. So maybe she offered him money or something, or who knows? Maybe they just believed a bunch of lies. But so let's just see, is this person, so you probably wouldn't consider this person ever again, but is this person going to take any action toward Aquarius? Well, they're thinking about what they did right now. They don't know what to do right now. They're going to wait, because here's the sad part of it. They would like to be committed to you. That's the sad part of it. That's how they really feel. Is this person going to take any action? I believe they're going to expose what happened. If they realize that they're going to have to, if they're going to have to come toward you, they're going to have to expose, and that could have been they're going to have to expose here who was behind this, who was controlling the whole thing. They're going to have to expose this woman. They're going to say that this woman, put them up to it. This woman made them feel like, they're going to win, or maybe she promised them a victory, or that they should have, that they were uncertain. They're going to say that she made that person uncertain. Yeah. Maybe she was, I'm not sure if she was, they're just, what they're going to tell you, they are going to message you. And they're going to message you about this behavior of theirs. Yeah, and that they think that they're going to tell you they love you. Now, I don't think that you're going to consider taking this person back. I mean, it's completely up to you. But people do make mistakes. And let me tell you something. The energy of that person who is in the Knight of Swords, that could be a very narcissistic person. That's someone that you may have cut off, and I can see why if you did. What was it I was going to... Oh, yeah, let's just get some advice from Spirit here. Let's get some advice from Spirit. All right. What does Aquarius need to know about this person who's in the Five of Cups? Aquarius need to know about this. Okay, get ready, because you're going to hear from them in the next few days. Love generates love. You will receive positive confirmation of this in the next few days. Keep on loving, and you will keep on receiving ever greater blessings in return. Let me know what happens, and let me know if it resonates. Thanks for watching, guys.